Hello and welcome to the demo of Accidentally. So yes, this is indeed a visual novel, so if you aren't exactly a big fan of this format, then yeah, it's probably best not to watch this. But if you are a fan of visual novels and whatnot, yeah, welcome in. But this is Accidentally. Essentially, you play as a model citizen. You play as someone who is a goody two-shoes. You do everything correctly, you help everyone, and everything is all bueno. The problem is, one day on a rainy night, your car breaks down, and so you're forced to hitchhike. And, you're brought to this nice little mansion where you can take shelter. But the very next day, you find a corpse. Someone has been murdered, and so now you have to figure out who is responsible without getting murked yourself. And so, of course, judging from the Steam promo pics, there will be not a lot, but there will be some pretty disturbing imagery because it does, again, describe murder and all that stuff. So if you're rather squeamish? If you're rather sensitive to that sort of thing, please do keep that in mind. But without further ado, let's jump right into the demo of Accidentally. Wait, that's not my... Oh, whatever, just grab a cup of coffee and let's get going. Some things leave a mark. No matter how hard you try to erase them. Shadows of the past that follow me like footprints. Each time those inerasable memories resurface, I press on, determined to write a new story over them. It's gone late. I should head back now. A sudden downpour crashes down, thick mist blooming over the road, distorting everything in sight. Darn. So much for the weather forecast. Had I known, I would have driven. Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, I thought your car broke down, but guess not. Fool. Sorry. Wait a second. Where am I? Don't tell me I've gotten lost. I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake. Ugh, even I find it hard to believe. It's ridiculous, but I can't let a little bad weather throw me off. Okay, stay calm and keep moving. Squelching through the muddy ground, I finally reached the roadside. I raised my hand, hoping to hitch a ride. It's a long shot. There hasn't been a single passing car. But then, headlights cut through the fog. A car horn blares. Honk honk. That's the worst sound effect I've ever done. I'm sorry. Hello, sir. Would you mind giving me a lift? At last, you finally appeared. Of course. Please, get in. I'll take you where you need to go. His face is hid in the shadows, but his eyes are fixed squarely on me. His gesture is overly polite, his gaze cold. Is it really safe to get in this car? Something feels wrong, but in this situation, what other choice do I have? Once I give him my destination, the man starts driving as it's the most natural thing in the world. Oh boy, sorry I got the seat wet. It's no trouble. Clothes were destined to get soaked in this kind of weather anyway. You've had a rough evening. I wasn't expecting rain, and didn't bring an umbrella. I really appreciate this. You've done me a great kindness. It must be the will of the Lord. Now that I think about it, there should be a handkerchief in the glove compartment. It's not the cleanest, but if you need it, please use it. Oh, thank you. Inside the glove compartment are a number of personal items. A glasses case, a hat, a handkerchief, a blanket, a first aid kit, and more. I take the handkerchief and quietly dab at the moisture. Still, my underclothes are soaked through. The discomfort lingers. Meanwhile, the man keeps driving, unfazed by the storm. Would you mind turning on the radio? You drive impressively well. Huh, the world still feels warm. You seem very prepared. The glove box says a lot. Do you live around here? I feel like this is the best, small talk thing to start off with, so, yeah. Pardon me, sir, but do you live nearby? I hate for you... sorry, wrong person. I hate for you to go out of your way in this weather. No, our routes just happen to align. No troubles at all. He offers only what's necessary. No more, no less. Through the rhythm of rain beating against the windows, a different sound creeps in. Low, ominous, like a whisper buried in the storm. I know it instinctively. This isn't just noise. Something terrible is happening. I meet the man's eyes. The air inside the car suddenly feels heavy. Too heavy. I think I heard something. Can't say I like the sound of it. Wait here, I'll go check. He grabs an umbrella and steps out into the storm. The rain continues its relentless assault on the car. I don't know if it's just pareidolia or like that's intentional, but it feels like there's some sort of face in the just plain background. Like you see the two eyes and there's the nose and then like a mouth sort of frowning. I don't know, it could just be pareidolia, but still. He returns shortly after, his expression clouded with a mix of frustration and concern. I'm afraid the road's been blocked by a landslide. The rain must have triggered it. Quite the unfortunate turn. It'd be wiser to find shelter for the night. Driving in this kind of weather could lead to a serious accident. Carefully gripping the wheel again, the man slows down. His eyes scan the roadside, drifting toward the dense forest beside us. And then, through the curtain of rain, a building emerges. Hidden among the trees, an old mansion slowly reveals itself. He stops the car and looks at me. Looks like an old villa, but the lights are on. Someone's home. Let's see if they're willing to help us. He knocks on the door. No response. Then, with a low creak, the heavy door swings open. No sound of a lock turning. Oh, hello. What brings you here on a night like this? Forgive me for the sudden visit, madam. Ma'am. The storm blocked the road, and we have no choice but to seek help. If you have a spare room, we'd be grateful to spend the night. Oh, please come in. The woman, delicate in presence, lets us in without hesitation. I wasn't expecting visitors, so I'm afraid I'm a bit unprepared. Oh, no need to worry, ma'am. If you don't mind me asking, do you live out here alone? You don't lock your front door? Quietly look around the house. Yeah, sure, no need to worry. No need to worry, ma'am. If anything, we should apologize for showing up so suddenly. No, it's fine, really. It's just tonight feels a little more unsettled than usual. We'll be quiet. We don't want to trouble you more than necessary. Yeah, okay. If you don't mind me asking, do you live out here alone? It's just, so quiet. In places like this, sometimes something else finds you before loneliness does. It used to be our vacation home, my husband's and mine, but now, it's just me. I won't lie, of course it gets lonely, but there's still so much of him in this house. I keep myself busy, no time to feel alone. I didn't mean to pry, sorry about that. You don't lock your front door? In a remote place like this, it might not be safe. I wasn't expecting anyone, but sometimes knowing no one will come can be the most reassuring thing of all. There's rarely any danger. Still, I suggest you lock it at night. Out here, unpredictable things happen easily. Her eyes flicker with unease. Is she hiding something? The mansion still bears traces of former elegance, but shadows settle in corners that the light doesn't reach. A thin layer of dust clings to old furniture. At the end of the hallway, where no one seems to tread, faint whispers or footsteps echo every now and then. The portraits on the walls feel too lifelike, as if their eyes had just blinked before I looked. They won't stop watching. Please, this way. There's a room where you can rest. I'll bring some hot tea. Before she finishes finishes her sentence, the front door flies open with a crash. Cold air and rain burst inside. Heavy, wet footsteps stamp across the floor. Darn it, this weather's hell. Plans ruined, clothes soaked. What the? Thought this place was empty. Guess the rats beat me to it. She glares at me and the man beside me, sharp as a blade. Then her eyes soften as she notices the trembling woman. Are you the owner? Well, I've got nowhere to go and I'm soaked through. Let me crash here for the night. And just so we're clear, if you say no, that's on you. Got it? A second pair of footsteps follows. A man steps in, calmly adjusting his wet coat. Oh, what a rare gathering. Seems this old mansion is quite the host tonight. If this is a warm reunion, might I join in? Shaking off a tail is always tense work. One gets so bored. You were being followed? Oh, yes, I'm the owner. There are extra rooms. I'll get them ready so you can rest comfortably. What the hell? Okay, rude. The fragile woman gives a nervous smile, glancing anxiously at me and wait, how do you know the doctor's name? You two don't mind, do you? I hope you can all stay warm tonight. We're grateful, regardless of the circumstances. Oh, right. I'll get some towels. Dry towels, just a moment. The woman leaves quietly. Her footsteps vanish almost instantly. No sound at all. A short silence follows. The suspicious-looking man eyes a portrait in the corner. The subject in his painting has, living eyes, don't you think? Quite strange, isn't it? Was that directed at me? Before I can respond, the woman returns through the now shut door. Her hand trembles ever so slightly. The two soaked intruders begin to dry off with the towels, finally able to regain some composure. It's just about dinner time. Let me prepare something for you. Tonight, I have a very special recipe. That's suspicious as hell. You must be famished. I suppose I got a bit carried away. Once I start preparing things, it'll add it up. It's been so long since I shared a meal with someone. It's interesting that there's the Last Supper behind it. Very symbolic. I kinda want to explore first, if that doesn't screw up anything. The dining room feels cozy at a glance. The warmth of the fireplace, flickering candlelight, everything seems carefully arranged, like a set piece on stage. I'm glad I had time to clean this place up in advance. On the long table, silver utensils are arranged at every seat. They glint softly in the candlelight. But what draws the eye is the flowerless vase in the center. No stems, no arrangements, just there, as if it only exists to be noticed. Seriously? No flowers? Ugh, what kind of setup is this? You call this prepared? Ugh, what a joke. The flowers that used to be there withered long ago. After that, I never replaced them. There wasn't much reason to. The dishes look exquisite. From appetizers to dessert, each item is artfully presented. Steam rises from the soup, butter melts over warm bread, and the scent of roasted meat wafts thick through the air. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but the smell, too strong, almost natural, like something carefully constructed to mimic delusions. I just finished making dinner. I always cook too much and eat too little. But now, thanks to you all, nothing will go to waste. Interesting. Also, I'm sorry if the background music is kind of low. I'll fix that. Sorry, my bad. Okay, there we go. Now it's slightly louder. Examine appetizers. The appetizers include a warm onion soup and a fresh salad. Wait, how are you able to prepare an onion soup? And so something's off, dude. The soup steams gently, topped with crisp golden croutons, or croutons if you are français. The salad gleams with fresh greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, enough to stir the appetite. I'm actually starting to feel hungry. The golden roast chicken sits at the center of the table, its skin glistening. Hints of herbs and lemon rise from it, rich and aromatic. That's an exquisite bird. I can only imagine how heavenly it tastes. I feel like a meal one wouldn't soon forget. I hope so. I truly do hope it tastes, I truly do hope it, leaves a lasting impression. A berry cake topped generously with fresh fruit. The whipped cream is perfectly smooth, thinly spread to make the cake even more inviting. Is it? Why is it whipped cream and not... Should it be whipped cream on the cake? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't bake much, so I wouldn't know. But some of the berries are oddly dark. A deep red. So dark it borders on black. Berries that don't occur naturally. Not like that. He used to love this cake, even now sometimes. I swear I feel him sitting beside me again. The way he looked, the way he spoke. Red wine, poured into delicate glasses, glows softly under candlelight. The aroma is full-bodied, almost heavenly. It clings to the air. An excellent wine. It feels worthy of reverence. As I sit, something strange happens. Everyone, except me, lowers their head in unison. I realize, too late, that this is a prayer. I lift my hands to join, but by then, it's over. They all raise their heads, perfectly, simultaneously. Oh, that's creepy. I like that. The air doesn't warm with gratitude. It congeals, as if something dark is being appeased, not thanked. Since we're all gathered here, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? Please, call me Callie. I'm the owner of this house. These days, I write mystery novels. It's been a chaotic time for me. That's why I came to this secluded place, to focus solely on writing. But I'm glad to be here with you all. I hope your stay is comfortable. I mean, I guess I can actually do everything. Okay. Yeah, I assumed I can actually go through each question, so... You said things were chaotic. May I ask what's been troubling you? My husband passed away around this time last year. It was sudden, an accident. Oh my god, they're still staring into me, like, into oblivion. That's so... I'm sorry to hear that. It's alright. Even after he was gone, everything stayed in place. The table, the clocks, even the air itself. Sometimes I wonder if he's still here. Writing mystery novels sounds amazing. What kind of stories do you write? Psychological thrillers. I like drawing out the shadows inside people, the deepest shadows. Stories about the traces the dead leave behind, and the guilt of living. But I'm too shy to recommend anything. You'll probably find it boring. Does writing give you comfort? When I'm writing, I can forget reality. Just for a moment. My characters cry in my place. Sometimes they die in my place. Sometimes I feel more alive inside them than I do in my own skin. Even when I tell myself it's just a job, it always ends up this way. Is there a story behind this mention? This place, it's just an old villa, but any place, if it grows old enough, begins to hold memories. The kind that can't be erased. Now then, shall we hear from the next guest? I can't. Why was I not able to ask every single question? I suppose it's my turn now. My name is Solon. Solon? I'm a doctor. I was on my way back from an urgent house call. Perhaps stepping into this villa was the Lord's will. Thank you for letting me catch my breath here. May His light and protection rest upon this house tonight. Do urgent calls like this happen often? Yes, quite often, especially when the moon begins to wane. When you work with life, every second is a tightrope. You seem to be a deeply faithful man. I've witnessed things that defy medicine, a dying man who walks out whole, and a healthy one who collapses without warning. In those moments, I kneel in humility, and whisper, "Have I still not done enough?" Was the patient you saw earlier okay? His condition was critical, but by the Lord's grace he pulled through. Still, the words he spoke as he awoke have haunted me since. What did he say? They're still there. I'm still trying to understand what he meant. Do you also do volunteer work? Of course. Often on the outskirts, places people forget, the abandoned, the lost. They need healing too, even if they never ask for it. That's enough for me, I think. Ugh, what a load of crap. Belladonna, you heard the name, that's enough. Isn't that poisonous flower? Interesting. Crappy weather, crappy roads, this crappy mansion. There's an order to how a day goes to hell. Let me be real. Piss me off tonight, and someone's really gonna regret it. That was a joke, got it? I don't feel like asking that. I feel like that's rude. You mentioned the ruined schedule. Was it important? Oh, good question. But what would you do with the answer? It was important, but now it's over. Meetings, deals, none of it matter once you walk into this freak show of a house. What's your problem? Actually, you know what? I think that even though she might be the most rude character in this game right now, she might be the most honest. She's brash, she's unapologetic, so I think that she might be the only character that we can truly, fully trust, which is interesting, right? It's sort of a subversion, but you can tell she doesn't pull back punches, so she might also seem a bit impulsive. So I feel like she can be trusted, but I'm not sure if I want to trust her with future actions in the game. That's the distinction, if she does make it through. That boss of yours sounds awful. What kind of person is he? Oh, he's the kind of bastard I wouldn't hesitate to strangle with my bare hands. Plays the perfect gentleman in public, total scum behind closed doors. But let's not go there. I want the memories. Don't ask again. You have no idea how badly I want him dead. You seem pretty stressed. Is it your boss? What do you do? I'm a personal secretary. The idiot I work for couldn't tie his shoes without me. Can't schedule meetings, can't answer mail, and still expects me to follow him into conference rooms. He must notice I've gone dark by now. Is he looking for me? Or whatever. Doesn't matter anymore. How'd you end up at the mansion? Ugh, hate that question. You think I chose this place? Rain cut out of nowhere, road cut off, and somehow, here I am. Was it fate or a setup? Honestly, it's like something out of a movie. That's it, I'm done. Push me any further and I will snap. Finally my turn. I've been dying to join the conversation. Why is my charming side not appearing? Maybe I'm not charming at all. I've been dying to join the conversation. Anticipation, after all, makes the reveal that much sweeter. Pleased to meet you all. Name's Reavers. What it means, I'll leave it to your imagination. I'm a numbers man. Some say I'm too good at it, but what do I really do? I read the currents of human desire. behind the mask of accountant lies much more than people suspect. Problem is, when you're that good, people come looking. One such idiot's been telling me, so I took a detour. And, well, wouldn't you know it, ended up here. And I must say, this evening's shaping up to be delightful. Let's hope it stays peaceful. What kind of accounting do you specialize in? Anywhere money flows, I follow. Corporations, private funds, offshore holdings. Money always speaks first, and me? Well, I've got a good ear for secrets. Who's the idiot chasing you? Who's the idiot chasing you? Oh, intriguing question. But, you know, if I name names, well, someone here might not survive the night. Don't look at me like that. I'm joking. Mostly. Knowing too much, you see, well, it can be dangerous. I didn't know accounting was so risky. It is, if you're good at it. One digit out of place, well, lives ruined, people imprisoned, some disappear. And me? I just watch and feel conflicted. Accounting isn't just numbers, it's the art of gift wrapping secrets, and sometimes, I admit, I get the urge to tear the wrapping off. Do you think something's gonna happen tonight? Mr. Reavers, you seem awfully composed, almost like this kind of situation is familiar? Let's see. A storm, a remote mansion, strangers, a lavish feast. Textbook setup, isn't it? But that's the scary thing about cliches. They only exist because reality keeps repeating them. So, who do you think will disappear first? As for me, honestly, I don't care. I'm the type who has to see a story through to the end. Silence. All eyes turn to me. Candlelight flickers, casting distorted shadows on the walls. It's my turn now. Would you tell us a bit about yourself? Well, I mostly help people. Charity, donations, things like that. Oh, how lovely. It's strange meeting someone like you in a place like this. Oh, wait. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing to say. It's strange meeting someone like you in a place like this. And then they're all sort of like in the hive mind right now. I'm going to voice my theories at the end because this is actually genuinely very, very interesting point to have. So, a noble path. The Lord must have placed such compassion in your heart, though good intentions are often tested in the harshest of ways. Rich, huh? Spare me the humble brag. And assume you've had all your taxes handled correctly? If not, I can be discreet. I do volunteer work when I can. Helping those in need is something I care deeply about. That kind of heart is rare these days. Ugh, you help people you don't even know exist. That's not virtue, it's self-pity. That's true. Well, sometimes we don't even know who the needy are anymore. Just be careful your compassion doesn't become a way to justify yourself. Interesting. This detour wasn't planned, but I'm glad. I've met good people here. I'm glad to have met you. Perhaps this will become a good connection. All of this may be his plan. Perhaps we are meant to be here together. Good people, please. You're just making this worse. Shut up already. Oh, I'm sure it wasn't planned, but sometimes without knowing it, we walk into someone else's story. That's also another very interesting line. Okay, that's also another very interesting line. I'm gonna put a couple of notes down because this is interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. People often misunderstand me. That's my trauma, I guess. Such wounds often make us hurt others without realizing it, but the truth always rises, eventually. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Such wounds often make us hurt others without realizing it. Very interesting. Because now, it sounds more like a commentary. It sounds like a critique. I'll pray the Lord reveals your innocence. Don't care. Not interested in your sob story. People are misunderstood for no reason. Drama, huh? Makes for a perfect excuse to cover the truth. Don't you think? You must have gone through a lot. I hope this place can offer you some peace. I was on my way home from work tonight. Tired, but it felt fulfilling. You do look exhausted, but I wonder what might be hiding behind that fulfilling smile. Interesting. They definitely do feel like they're dissecting our main character too. They're sort of dissecting like his trauma, his personality, which is interesting. Excuse me? Oh, people like you never move without purpose. What made you crawl all the way here? Will your stay here become just another memory? Or something more? The Lord remembers all labor. Let's hope tonight is not your final act of service. What the heck? I take a sip of the red wine. The rich aroma of dark fruit fills my nose, spreading warmth in my chest. It's my kind of wine. Heavy. Full. But by the third because I was reading like metallic and tang at the same time. But by the third sip, a metallic tang creeps in, faint but unmistakable, like rust. It's blood. The candlelight flares through the glass, glowing a deep crimson. It looks like fire or blood. My throat feels parched, probably just the nerves, but the seconds drag like hours. The conversation winds down. What a wonderful dinner it's been. Now then, let me show you to your rooms. Dr. Solon, I remember your knee trouble. There's a guest room on the first floor. It should be easier for you. That's interesting. They know each other. Or at least Callie knows Solon, right? Which is interesting. Very interesting. Thank you, ma'am. Good night, everyone. Solon surveys the room once before disappearing with his bag. There are a few more rooms upstairs. Please, follow me. We trail behind her up the stairs. The second floor feels colder. Older. The air itself has weight. Callie led the way, showing the guest rooms on the second floor one by one. Belladonna scoffed, making no effort to hide her displeasure, while Reavers took his time, leisurely surveying each room. This one looks cozy, while everyone else is still thinking, I'll claim this one. That room was recently furnished. It's quieter, more comfortable. Though she looks hesitant, Reavers steps in with a grin. Miss Belladonna, perhaps this room? What the hell? This one stinks. It's damp and gloomy. I'm sorry. It has everything you'll need, I promise. Belladonna glares but stomps inside. As for you, this way, please. Her face reddens slightly as she opens a nearby door. The room is strikingly different. Lavish, almost too much. We prepared this one for special guests, but please, don't misunderstand. I just wanted you to be comfortable, even if it's just for one night. Well then, good night. She leaves. Silence. Only the rain tapping against the window remains. Before I can explore the room, someone barges in. It's Belladonna. No shock. Oh, whoops. No shock. No, it's no knock. No knock. No shame. Her glare could cut glass. Seriously? This room looks way better. You, switch with me now. Ask why. Wait, what? Why should we switch? I think I need to know. Are you deaf? I just said this room's better. I'm not sleeping in that moldy box. My head's already killing me from the dust. May I take a look at your room first? I'd like to switch. I'd like to see before deciding. Fine, but it's exactly what I said. Disgusting. She stomps ahead. Oh, now it's too loud. Why does the volume do that? Give me a second. She stomps ahead. She wasn't lying. The room is ancient, damp, and reeks of mold. Also, I do want to point something out. Even if it's only for one night. Even if it's only for one night. One night only. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Fine, I'll switch. Honestly, I didn't want to switch, but I also didn't want to provoke her. It's just a room after all. Because this phrasing. Even if it's only for one night. This is interesting, to me at least. Okay. Even if it's only for one night. That's from Callie. The reason why I think it's interesting is because it's phrased as if like a death message almost. And I'm going to wonder if it's gonna end up being like that at the end, but it's almost like I just want you to be comfortable just for tonight because you won't have another night, that sort of thing. So that's why I'm wondering. And we prepared this for special guests. Right. We prepared this just for special guests. This one for special guests. Which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So now we have that special guest message, and it's also sort of intertwined with that sort of death feeling message. Alright, let's switch. Should have said it from the start. Now move. Slam. The door shuts behind me. So it comes to this, huh? Well, it's not that bad. The moldy smell is pungent, sure, but the rest of the room is functional. Tidy, even. It's near the stairs, too. I like that. Maybe it's just the kind of person I am. Always need to know the quickest way out. There's the windows. Just saying, you won't die from a fall from the second floor. You might even emerge unscathed if you know how to do a parkour roll. Right? So, it's fine. Now that things have calmed down, it's basically free time. What should I do? The room is smaller than expected. Bare bones. Crude. The furniture creaks with every breath I take. The wallpaper's peeling at the corners and places I wouldn't have noticed unless I was looking for it. Dust cakes the floor, thick, untouched. Outside, the window shows only black. The storm has swallowed everything. The rain lashes against the glass, its rhythm getting sharper, more precise. Did anyone actually live in this room? I don't want to stay here long. I sit at the edge of the bed, letting the silence wrap around me. That's when I hear it. A sound from the hallway. A dragging sound. Slow. Strained. Like something pulling a wounded body or dragging wet fabric across a metal floor. What was that? I hold my breath. The sound stops, but something's still there. I can feel it. My eyes turn, on instinct, towards the door. The handle is moving, very slowly. A delicate twitch, as if someone or something is testing it. Okay, it's just my imagination. It's the wind, maybe, or I swallow, but my throat's dry, bone dry. I force myself back into the bed. I lie still. Try to sleep. How long had I been asleep? I opened my eyes to a room soaked in shadow and damp. The rain hadn't stopped. It lashes against the windows, but mixed into it now is something else. A sound that doesn't belong. I try to stand. My limbs groan under me, and something feels wrong, as if something unfamiliar is clinging beneath my skin. My insides feel sticky, foreign, wrong. I'm not gonna yell. People are sleeping. At the sound of the scream, I bolt to the first floor. The moment I reach the living room, the world holds its breath. So this is going to be the explicit scene, I assume. This is going to be where the first murder takes place. So please, if you're squeamish, like fast forward by like two minutes or so, or use the tiny part of the cursor of the YouTube video to sort of drag forward to tell when it stops. So it's gonna be a lot. Okay, so 3, 2, and 1, and let's go forward. Reverses, or what's left of him. It's not even a corpse. It's a shape, a shell. The skin blackened and brittle, like scorched paper. The body collapsed in on itself, as if shrunk from the inside out. Oh, that's trypophobia. As if something had drained him, evaporated him. Only the husk remains, but the worst part is his face. His eyes. No, not eyes, just gaping holes. Black and wet. Oh, I don't want to stare at that. And something inside them moves. This is a dream. It has to be a dream. A dream. Please, help me. Sorry. Oh, my cardio. Oh, whoops, I missed the same. Kelly collapses against the wall. Her eyes won't focus. She's not even looking at Reavers. She's looking past him, at something beyond the body. Something else. Calm yourself, ma'am. Let me examine him. Solon kneels beneath the body, trying to maintain composure, but even he falters. The grim line of his lips trembles. This was an accident. No, this is something far more horrific. The killer must be among us. Belladonna examined blank, not the body, not the blood, but instead, her eyes tracked the rest of us, cold, measuring. Her eyes didn't lock onto mine. That's dead. Doesn't matter to me. All this noise is a waste of time. It's always the loud ones who vanish first. Then, a sound. A rustle. Like pages turning. Wait, hold up. I got a book. Like pages turning. It comes from beneath Reavers' body. A single piece of paper slides into view, stained in red ink. It reads, expenses. Oh, income, none. Expenses, body, mind, trust, existence. Interesting. Wait, income, none. What do you mean income, none? Expenses. Income, expenses. Income would imply something that he received. Expenses implies that something that he sold. So in this instance, he sold his body, mind, trust, and existence. Interesting. It's phrased like a business deal. It's phrased like a deal. Okay. So it's phrased like deals. So expenses, income, and expenses. So expenses in this instance means that he would traditionally have received something. But he didn't. Why? Why did he not receive anything? Is it because he wasn't the one who made the deal? Or something like that? I'm not too sure. Balance. Error, 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 error. I inhale sharply, but I'm not sure if it's a breath or a scream. What just happened? My head's spinning, and then I hear the sound of rain. I'm sinking, slowly, endlessly, dragged down with no end in sight. Familiar voices murmur all around me, whispering, echoing. Some things leave a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. The first of those marks is trauma. Are you alright? You must have had a rough night in this dreadful weather. My clothes cling to my skin, soaked through, damp, unpleasant. I lean against the car seat. Why am I here? The memory's gone. Feels like waking up from a long dream, and yet there's something oddly familiar about this sensation. Interestingly enough, one of the first things I was going to suggest is actually that this is a time loop. And that's because the reason why I actually suggested that this was actually going to be a time loop, even before the death actually occurred, was because it's well, one, Callie seemed to know Solon, right? Callie explicitly mentioned his poor knee, which was, she was like, oh yeah, I still remember your busted knee. So she clearly knew him. And another detail is that Reavers seem to know what's going on. So just from those two tiny little clues, I was like, this seems to be either like a time loop or something else is happening, but it does seem like it's going to be a time loop. So rain still pours down the thick sheets outside. It drums loudly against the car window. Despite that, the inside of the car feels strangely cozy. Now that I think about it, there should be a handkerchief in the glove compartment. It's not particularly clean, but please, feel free to use it. I brought it for you. Right. I brought it. Wait, what? I brought it for you. I brought it for you. I brought it for you. So that is Solon. Okay. So, just because I was right on one theory, I'm going to voice my other theory right now. So, we're under the impression right now that this is a immediate loop from our first loop to this one. We're assuming that this is immediately after Reaver's death, and that's where we have one loop. But the way that Solon phrases it, I brought it for you. Even if it's a second loop, he wouldn't speak to us with that sort of familiarity. So this implies that not just one loop has passed since Reaver's death. This might be multiple loops after Reaver's death, after our first loop into the story, right? Because remember what Reaver said in the beginning or during the table? But sometimes without knowing it, we walk into someone else's story. This time loop has been going on, and then somehow we got integrated into it. Remember what Callie said. It's strange meeting someone like you in a place like this. In a time loop. So the sequencing of this game makes it seem like this our current thing takes place immediately after Reaver's death, after our introduction into the loop. But what if there's actually maybe 3, 4, 5, 10 loops in between of the chapter that we just saw in this current loop. Just because, yeah, we just don't see it. So, that's interesting. What if we've been trapped in this time loop for far longer than what we've known? Oh crap, I accidentally skipped that. I opened the glove compartment with a puzzled hand. Inside are few... Oh, wait. I glanced toward the man in the driver's seat. Just looking at his face puts me strangely at ease, like someone I've known for a long time. There we go. See? So it doesn't... We're assuming that this is just one time loop, but maybe like 10, 20 have passed in between of the introduction. I opened the glove compartment with a puzzled hand. Inside are a few personal items. A glasses case, a hat, a handkerchief. Ordinary things, but they feel oddly familiar. I take the handkerchief and quietly blot away at the moisture. Still, the dampness that seeped into my underclothes leaves a lingering discomfort. All the while, the man drives on, completely unaffected by the foul weather. I think I fell asleep for a moment. It felt like I was dreaming. Is that so? How far are we from the destination I asked about? We're not there yet. Time is something we have plenty of. You may sleep a little longer if you'd like. Yep. Through the rhythm of rain beating against the windows, a different sound creeps in, low, ominous, like a whisper buried in the storm. I know it instinctively. This isn't just noise. Something terrible is happening. This is a repeat of the... Wait. Oh, you just deleted everything, huh? Okay, this red text. Interesting. So our introduction might not have been our first loop. Interesting. But it's clearly a recent loop. It is clearly a more recent loop. Maybe. Just because the others didn't really recognize us. Or we were still kind of lost and we didn't have that feeling of familiarity. So in the beginning, it seemed like maybe that was loop 2, 3, I would assume. And now we're maybe like at loop 10, where we're starting to feel a bit more familiar with things. But that, again, that's just a theory. I meet the man's eyes. The air inside the car suddenly feels heavy. Too heavy. Oh. Huh. I never saw... Wow, okay, I never saw the thing that was passing by the window. I think I heard something. Can't say I like the sound of it. Wait here, I'll go check. He grabs an umbrella and steps out into the storm. The rain continues its relentless assault on the car. He returns shortly after, his expression clouded with a mix of frustration and concern. I'm afraid the road's been blocked by a landslide. The rain must have triggered it. Quite the unfortunate turn. It'd be wiser to find shelter for the night. Driving in this kind of weather could lead to a serious accident. Carefully gripping the wheel again, the man slows down. His eyes scan the roadside, drifting toward the dense forest beside us. And then, through the current of rain, a building emerges, hidden among the trees. An old mansion slowly reveals itself. He stops the car and looks at me. Looks like an old villa, but the lights are on. Someone's home. Let's see if they're willing to help us. He knocks on the door. No response. Then, with a low creak, the heavy door swings open. No sound of a lock turning. Hello? What brings you here on a night like this? Forgive the sudden visit, ma'am. The storm blocked the road, and we have no choice but to seek help. If you have a spare room, we'd be grateful to spend the night. Oh, please come in. The woman, delicate in presence, lets us in without hesitation. I wasn't expecting visitors, so I'm afraid I'm a bit unprepared. It's just the same dialogue. I'm not going to rate this just because I'm kind of dehydrated from reading all of this, but also, Interesting. Mm-hmm. It's still the exact same dialogue. Mm-hmm. I'll order some hot tea. Wait, did she say that before? Okay. Okay, same thing. Okay. Interesting. So maybe... do their checkpoints start differently? Because Callie only recognizes Solon after... So she only recognizes Solon after sort of the dinner, right? She only sort of recognizes him as he's as she's guiding him to his room, right? So if we are under the impression that this is a time loop, what if their consciousness returns at different points in time? I might need to do like a diagram or something, but right now our character's quote-unquote respawn point is in the car, right? That's when he has the most amount of memories. But right now, no one knows each other. So is it possible that their respawn points are a bit later on in the evening, right? So Callie's might be after everyone's introduced themselves. That's when like her past self sort of goes back and starts the time loop again, right? So everyone's time loops start at different points in time. We're just under the impression that it starts at the same time because our main character is there. But since they know each other, that means that they're all aware that they're sort of in a time loop, except that it might be at different points in time where they return to. If that makes sense, right? So the time loops are all sort of offset, but everyone, either way, will return to the same evening, just at different points in time, with different consciousness, awareness, or whatever. If that makes sense. If this is a warm reunion, that's the same message. That's clever. I should have also written that down in my notes, but... Okay. Same message. Same thing. Interesting. Oh, interesting. This is different now. It's very different. If you don't mind, could I rest first? I'm not feeling well. I make sure my voice sounds faint, letting fatigue color my expression. Oh dear, what's wrong? Are you feeling very ill? It's probably just exhaustion. Really, I'll be fine. It's a shame though. The dinner you prepared looks so thoughtful. I wish I could try it. Oh no, not at all. If you're not well, of course you should rest. Yes, you should take proper rest. How dramatic. Oh, what a shame, but don't worry. I'll make sure your share doesn't go to waste. Enjoy your rest. I'll show you to the guest bedroom on the first floor. It's spacious and quiet. You'll be able to rest comfortably. Callie gently guides me to her room on the first floor. It's wide and warm, with a soft bed and a cozy chair. She makes sure I lie down before she leaves, her face still etched with concern. Something's not right. None of this feels right. Who is it? Come in. The door opens. It's the man from the car. He's carrying a small bag, looking at me with quiet concern. It's me. I heard you weren't feeling well. As a doctor, I couldn't just ignore it. I appreciate your concern, but I'll be fine. Really, it's just fatigue. A bit of rest will do the trick. Even so, your complexion does look good. Emotionally, you seem unsettled. Is something troubling you? If it's serious, it may require appropriate action. I do appreciate your kindness, sir, but please, just let me be. As you wish, I won't press any further. But if your condition worsens or if anything concerns you, call me anytime. He seems to genuinely care about my condition. I want to be alone. Please, just stop bothering me and leave. I didn't expect you to reject help so firmly. May the Lord grant you peace. Please, follow his guidance. Now that I think about it, we haven't properly introduced ourselves yet. My name is Solon. As I've mentioned before, I'm a physician by trade. Tell me, are you curious about what was discussed at dinner? To be honest, yeah. I wasn't feeling well, so I missed the dinner, but I can't help wondering what was said. Nothing grand, we simply shared brief introductions. In a place like this, it may help to know who you're with. Now then, whose stories would you like to hear first? I'd like to know more about the lady who owns this house. The one who welcomed us so kindly. Her name is Callie. She writes mystery novels, apparently. She's soft-spoken, but her eyes, they've dissected more than words, I'd wager. She lost her husband last year in an accident. Maybe inviting us in was her way of keeping loneliness at bay. What about the irritable woman? Yes, that would be Belladonna. She says she works as a personal secretary, but I suspect her resentment toward her boss runs far deeper. On top of that, her schedule was ruined by the storm. She's a sharp-edged personality. That man in the dark suit, he looks suspicious. Mr. Reavers, he introduced himself as an accountant, but the way he studies people, it's unsettling. Every time our eyes met, it felt like looking into a mirror. He might already know more about us than we realize. So Reavers' time loop might start before even our main character's time loop. That's how he knows, which is interesting. I'm getting tired. I'm sorry, Dr. Solon, but I'm getting tired. Of course, you should rest. Miss Callie mentioned she'll prepare breakfast in the morning. You'll likely meet Belladonna and Reavers again then. Perhaps that'll be a better time to speak. Each of us arrived here carrying a different burden. Where this ends as a simple coincidence, I honestly don't know. But once morning comes, if the rain lets up, we should leave together. I'm staying upstairs in the room nearest the stairs. If you need anything tonight, don't hesitate to come find me. Now, rest well. May your night be peaceful. Thank you, Doctor, and good night. Solon quietly closes the door behind him. As I watch him leave, a strange feeling creeps in. This is all too familiar. Not comforting, but strangely, just unsettlingly familiar. Unsettlingly unfamiliar. What's this feeling? Something about this house, it feels wrong. I shouldn't be here. I need to get out, soon. The rain grows louder outside, so is the dread, wrapping around my throat like a noose. The room is spacious and clean, but old. Dust clings faintly to the heavy antique furniture. Wood creaks beneath the floor. The paintings on the wall are faded, eerie. Stains mark the peeling wallpaper, as if something is hidden beneath it. That smell again. Something's not right. Can I really relax in here? And the front door, it's probably still unlocked. What if someone comes in? A cold sweat creeps down my spine. There's no way I'm falling asleep like this. How long had I been asleep? I opened my eyes, but darkness fills the room. No, not just darkness. It feels like something is watching me, swallowing me. The air is wet. My skin is damp with cold moisture. Outside, the rain falls still, endlessly, relentlessly, like the world is trying to scrub itself of sins it can't wash away. I sit up, but it's like I'm piloting someone else's body. A familiar strangeness coats my skin like film. My joints creak, brittle, and my heart beats out of tune, discordant, and wrong. I scream. I sprint to the second floor. My feet splash through something wet on the stairs. Blood. Okay, here goes the second warning. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. I don't look. At the top, I see people clustered around the door, and through that space, Solon collapsed. But I already knew. I knew I would find him dead. Solon's dead. He's dead. Dead. He is. No, that's not me. His body's mangled beyond belief, as if devoured by rats and insects. His skin is riddled with holes, his eye sockets teeming with maggots wriggling, writhing. A rat leaps from his mouth and scurries into the dark. Chunks of flesh hang loose, exposing bone. A black beetle gnaws at the meat. The sound wets, snapping. It makes me want to vomit. This can't be real. It's a dream. Please, someone save us. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. But she can't look away. In her wide eyes, Solon's face is reflected perfectly. Meanwhile, Belladonna stands apart, not in horror, but as if observing. She barely even looks at the corpse. Her eyes are on the rest of us. Dead. Just our luck. This is bound to happen. It always happened. Sentence. There's no going back now because we don't exist anymore. And Reavers, his shoulders shake. He's laughing. Wow, to see a murder scene this close, I can't lie. It's fascinating. Now then, who did this? And why? Things are really starting to get interesting. What just happened? My head's spinning, and then I hear the sound of rain. A faint figure approaches through the darkness. Familiar. It looks just like me. There's a smell of rot. Some things leave a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. The second kind is raw emotion. You're awake, or you're right. The weather's been merciless. You've had a rough time. My clothes cling to me, damp and heavy. That miserable sensation again. I'm slouched in a car seat I know too well. I must have nodded off, but everything feels too real. The wetness on my hands, the cold pressing in. Rain still pours the windows, still pounds the windows. The rhythm of it, the way it crashes against the glass, is the same. Even this oddly cozy space feels like the car from last night's dream. I believe there's a handkerchief in the glove box. It's not exactly fresh, but please, use it if you'd like. I brought it for you. I see. The man behind the wheel, his posture, his movements, even the way he looks at me. Every detail lines up perfectly. It's uncanny. Okay, inside the glove box, the contents haven't changed. Glasses case, hat, handkerchief, each one too familiar. My heart sinks, cold and hard. All the while, the man drives on, completely unaffected by the foul weather. Excuse me, but do you know me? What an interesting question. Of course I know you. You're a very special guest of mine. He says it so casually, like it's obvious. That calm makes my nerves scream. But just because I know you, doesn't mean you know me. Not yet. He turns back to the road, keeps driving. His tone is smooth, but beneath it, something cold, something mocking. So his time loop might start before ours as well, much like Reverse's. Belladonna's time loop might be a bit later, and so is Callie's. I go quiet. The weight in my chest only grows heavier. Sir, is this happening again? Everything I'm going through right now, is it all starting over? I'm not sure I understand what exactly he's repeating. His voice doesn't waver, not even a flicker, like my question is meaningless. Don't play dumb. You've been expecting me to ask that, haven't you? You knew. Maybe you had a bad dream. This weather can wear a person down. But don't worry, everything is proceeding just as it should. I'll get you to your destination, safe and sound. Try to relax. I fall silent, eyes fixed on the rain streaking past the window. Sure, just a dream. That's all this is, all the weirdness. Just stress bleeding to sleep. Please, take a different road. It won't change a thing, but if it makes you feel better, very well. The car turns off into a narrow, winding road. The smell of damp forest hangs thick in the air. Rain slaps endlessly against the windows. Something about the scenery feels familiar. Does it lead back to the mansion even without the landslide? Sir, doesn't this path seem familiar? Didn't we already pass through here? It's probably just your imagination. These roads tend to look the same. The same trees, the same road, the same trees, the same road, the same trees, the same road, the same trees, the same road. A sick certainty grips me, like I'm trapped inside a terrible loop. One I can't escape. I'm sorry, sir, but could you let me out for a moment? The weather's still terrible and there's not a house in sight. I'll take you somewhere safer. That's alright. It's just my stomach feels off all of a sudden. I thought some fresh air might help. Is that so? Only wish to ensure you reach your destination safely. Just a little longer, we're almost there. I can't do this. I'm getting out here. I'm sorry. Wait, it's too dangerous to go out now. I dodge his outstretched hand and throw the door open. Leaping out into the wet, uneven roadside, my feet slap against the soggy earth as I run blindly forward. Behind me, I can hear his voice, calling after me, but I can't look back. The rain pounds harder. Something thick and wet begins slithering through the dark. It's close. It's coming. It's behind me. Something huge, something heavy, dragging itself. God damn it. What the hell is this? Don't follow me. Don't. Then, the wet dragging sound stops, just behind me, and then, crunch, shatter, grind, crack, crack, crack. Okay. Agony, what the hell happens to that? Agony clamps down every nerve in my body. My vision drowns in red. What just happened? My head is spinning, and then, I hear the sound of rain. More and more voices, a rising murmur, or are they screaming? Something cold brushes against me. Some things leave a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. The third kind is old habits. you're awake. Are you alright? Another stormy day. You've been through a lot again. My clothes are soaked, clinging to my skin. That wretched feeling. I'm still slouched in the same car seat. What just happened? That dream. It felt awful, and yet everything feels vivid. Too vivid. The wetness on my hands. It's real. Rain lashes against the windows. Even the sound of it feels like a mockery. The cozy warmth of the car has curdled into a cage. Now that I think of it, there should be a handkerchief in the glove compartment. It's not particularly clean, but please, feel free to use it. I brought it for you. The man in the driver's seat, I can feel his eyes, piercing, unblinking, like he sees through everything. The items inside the glove box, too familiar. It's gone beyond eerie. Did I wipe my sweat with that same handkerchief? Did I already see that first aid kit? All of it, just the same, again and again. And through it all, the man drives calmly, unbothered by the storm. Tell me the truth. Do you know what's going on? Do you know why I'm here, and why this keeps happening? A nightmare, you say? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I know what I know. Oh, whoops, sorry, that's the wrong character. I know, and you'll come to know what you need to know. Everything depends on your choices. Whatever path you take, I'm ready to follow. A chill runs down my spine. It feels like it's pushing the whole situation back onto me, like I've fallen into some trap with no way out. Where exactly am I? Where am I right now? I mean, where is this place? My voice cracks, the fear is slipping through. Whether he knows this or not, the man simply watches me, then finally speaks. You must be groggy, confused, but rest assured, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Where I'm meant to be? This car and where it's taking you, that is your location. You'll understand everything soon enough. Then tell me, what am I supposed to understand? He doesn't respond, as if he doesn't hear me. Eyes ahead, eyes on the wheel. Through the rhythm of rain beating against the windows, a different sound creeps in. Low, ominous, like a whisper buried in the storm. I know it instinctively. This isn't just some noise. Something terrible is happening. Oh, there it is again. What is that? It's some creature. I meet the man's eyes. Okay, the air inside the car suddenly feels heavy. Too heavy. I think I heard something. Can't say I like the sound of it. Wait here, I'll go check. He grabs an umbrella and steps out into the storm. The rain continues his relentless assault on the car. Same thing, huh? Mm-hmm. 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 Same thing. Okay. Okay. Same thing for some reason this time. Why does the main character only recognize Solon then? Okay. Same thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go for the same thing. Okay. very tempting. Interesting. Very interesting. So right now, it seems like our only... Wait, hold up. Is this still chapter 1? It's still chapter... Oh my god, this is such a long chapter. Interesting. Do I have to get every single possibility first? This is tempting. But here's the thing. Is this going to... Because it seems right now, all the resets happen because the creature killed someone. Will it still occur if I kill myself? A very, very interesting thing. Before anyone could react, I grabbed a knife and drove it straight into my own throat. Hot blood spilled across the table. Twisting in agony, choking on pain, I could feel myself dying. And all they did was watch. They just watched me die. Like it was part of the show. Ugh, if you're gonna die, just get it over with. So, what happens this time? Remember, death is only the beginning. Boring. Also, suspicious is spelled wrong. I saw this a couple times, but I wasn't sure. Like, I was hoping you'd be more entertaining. Wait, this isn't what I wanted. Not like this. Okay, same loop. Everything begins to blur together. The past and present, reality and delusion. My body grows heavier and heavier. The fourth kind is unshakable regrets. You're awake. Are you alright? Under a storm, under a rough return, you always come back to the same place. My clothes cling to me, soaked through. It feels like a curse. I'm slumped in the same car seat once again. Dream or not, I've reached my limits. Mentally, I'm already at the edge, but what can I even do anymore? The sound of the rain outside, the stifling warmth inside the car, it all feels like a cruel joke. Everything about this now just feels unbearable. Okay. Wait, he's smiling now. The man in the driver's seat. So composed. So in control. Even without speaking, I can feel him sneering at me. Am I in the palm of his hand? The contents of the glove box. I can picture them even with my eyes closed. Every detail etched into my brain. Meaningless repetition. All the while, the man drives on, completely unaffected by the foul weather. I just want to escape this goddamn déjà vu. Please, it all feels so familiar, like I've lived here, like I lived this before. I can't take it anymore. Am I just dreaming? Is this what all of this is? My whole body trembles. I cling to the last thread of Sandy and plead with him. He doesn't flinch. Déjà vu, you say. Some things etch themselves so deeply, they never fade, like invisible scars burned into your mind. Then he looks away. There's something unreadable in his eyes. Something I don't want to understand. God damn it! Where the hell are you taking me? If you're the driver, you should take me where I asked to go. I'm panting, fury boiling over. Politeness is long gone, but he doesn't even blink. His eyes remain steady on the wheel. I'm taking you where you need to go, just as I always have. Whether you want to or not, we'll reach the destination. I don't disappoint. And then he smiles. That expression, so certain, so satisfied, my mind reels. I think I'm going insane, or maybe I already have. My body shakes. Fear, not anger, starts to take over. What's happening to me? Is this a dream? Is this real? Or is this just a fantasy? Sorry, I had to slip that in. Am I just losing it? While I spiral, our eyes meet. You haven't gone mad. Not yet. This car is safe. It won't inflict pain you can't endure. I stare blankly ahead. Feels like I'll have to accept whatever comes next. Whether future is sealed inside this car. Okay, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Always the same thing. Why? If I skip forward, what happens? No, I don't want to skip forward. I'll just clip through it. I already tried that. Okay, so it's blacked out. Interesting. Same thing. Okay. Drawn by the rising steam, I take a spoonful of the clear onion soup. A warmth spreads down my throat and settles in my stomach. The sweetness of the onion, the rich broth blended in perfect harmony. But there's a strange earthy scent beneath it all, like the mustiness of an old cellar. Oil floating on the surface catches the candlelight, shifting unnaturally, like something alive twitching beneath the surface. Do you like it? Her tone is gentle, but her eyes cold, as if she's waiting for a very specific reaction. It's probably just my imagination. Okay. Right, so in the first loop, I didn't eat any of the food. I only drank the wine. So what happens now once I eat her quote-unquote special recipe? I spear a leaf and take a bite. The greens are crisp, the dressing tart and refreshing. At first, it's pleasantly sharp, just as it should be. But then, a strange fishy stench seeps in, like raw innards, rank and metallic. There's a puddle under the salad, tinged red, dark red, not wine, not dressing. It's just a part of the dressing, right? I grow the vegetables myself and wash them myself too. So fresh, right? I nod, silent. Something about this feels wrong. All of this is related to body parts. Wait. Body parts. Is she using the bodies from the past loops to make her current meal? That would be interesting. So, because she says special recipe, are we eating time looping corpses? Interesting, very interesting. I cut into the roast chicken and take a bite. The skin is crisp, the meat tender, the herbs and lemon bring it all to life. But something's wrong. The meat shifts, just slightly, like it's still twitching. Each slice I make sends a chill through me, like the bird is fighting back. Hold up, are we sure this thing's actually dead? Unsettling. Deeply unsettling. That's it, I'm done. Push me any further and I will snap. Okay. Yeah, let's eat the dessert then. I take a forkful of sponge cake and lift it to my mouth. Moist cake and soft cream melt together on my tongue. The berries are tart and fresh, brightening the sweetness. But beneath it all, there's a musty, mold-like odor. It slithers behind the sugar like a bad memory. When the berries had collapsed, smeared, broken, almost rotting. Something oozes from it, sticky, dark, like the guts of a dead insect. An interesting flavor. I wouldn't mind a nightmare every night if it came with a dessert like this. It's not spoiled, is it? Silence. Okay, same thing. Same thing. Okay. Same thing. I'll keep the room this time. Oh, whoops, sorry, I clicked through it. So I'm sorry, but I like this room. I see no reason to switch. What? Did you say no to me? Do you even know who you're talking to? Suddenly, Belladonna's eyes widen. She raises a kitchen knife. The blade glints coldly in the candlelight. Let's slam the door shut. I push her back and slam the door. Through the wood, I hear the sound of her furious breathing. There's nothing left to discuss. Go back to your room. Fine, let's see how this ends. You may be mad. You did this. I'll tear you apart. Remember that. She pounds on the door, breathing heavily, and then silence. A silence far worse than the noise. She wouldn't actually do anything, would she? Okay, no. Calm down. She's just blowing off steam. She went back. I tried to shake it off, but the fear is only growing. I need to distract myself. Anything to... A sudden knock at the door. Who is it? Callie? Dr. Solon? Belladonna? Who's there? There's someone just beyond the door. I can feel them, but they see nothing. Why won't they answer? I'm not gonna open the door. I stay still. I don't open it. Eventually, it goes quiet. Maybe they give up? I let a slow breath and turn away. No, it's not knocking. It's scratching, like something dull and heavy dragging across the wood, or something alive. The rhythm falters, like a racing heartbeat. A chilling sound, like claws scraping against the door, or something heavy thudding again into it. A rhythm, erratic and pulsing, like a heartbeat gone wrong. I didn't open it. I held my breath, pretending no one was there. I waited, hoping whoever or whatever was on the other side would give up and leave. Maybe someone else would hear the sound and find it strange and step in. But then... knock, 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 kept going. The knocking, the endless, the relentless. Fine. The hallway is swallowed in pitch black, a void, a depthless darkness. A chill runs down my spine. What if something is breathing inside that black? But there's no one. There's no one at all. Then, what was that knock I just heard? Who was knocking on my door? I rushed to close it, and feel a cold presence behind me. I turn. Belladonna, when did you come in? How'd you even... This room's too old. It smells like mold. Not really my style after all. She scans the furniture with a disgusted frown. The kitchen knife in her hand catches the candlelight, gleaming like a threat. Anyway, I'm not staying here. You figure it out. Sleep here or don't. I don't care. She spits out the words coldly, then turns and walks out, as if nothing ever happened. The door closes. Silence swallows the room. What the hell? Why'd she come? What did she want? Even after she's gone, Her presence lingers like poison in the air. Ooh, shaking hands. I lock the door. I glance around, heart pounding. The floor creaks. The air grows still and cold. Shadows crawl across the walls like something alive. No. No. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm okay now. I can finally rest. I have to rest. I forced the thought into my head over and over. Belladonna's words clawed my ears. Old, moldy, disgusting. Every word from her filthy mouth feels like a hex eating this place alive. No, that can't be true. It can't. I tear through the room, I scratch the walls, knock on the floorboards, examine the ceiling inch by inch. Nothing. This room is perfect. But my senses warp. The candles burns too red, like it's bleeding. The air is thick, sticky, rotten. The creaking wood beneath me starts to sound like whispers. Someone saying my name again. Yes. The room's perfect. Nothing is wrong. I'm safe here. Perfect. I'm actually getting lightheaded from the amount of breathing that I'm doing. How long have I been asleep? When I open my eyes, the dim, damp room fills my vision. The rain, the same relentless downpour from last night, shows no sign of stopping. It crashed against the window like a warning. I sit up. Pain blooms in my joints. My head's foggy, limbs heavy, mom's spaghetti, and with it, a foul, lingering feeling crawls under my skin. I'm sorry, I had to add that in. A sense of dread, cold and clinging. I don't know why, but something in me screams, run. Oh, that's Belladonna? I drag my aching body into the hallway, heading to wash my face. That's when I step on something wrong. I look down and see Belladonna? It's her, or what's left of her. Belladonna lies in pieces. Her skin is shredded, torn apart, ripped open by something ruthless and methodical. She looks like a broken doll. No, she is a doll. Maybe she always was. Then this isn't a body. It's a broken toy. All I have to do is fix it. That would make it right, wouldn't it? The scream snaps everything into focus. I turn. It's Callie. She's just stepped out of her room. She sees the doll's pieces. Her hands fly to her mouth. Her legs shake violently as she stumbles back. Her face, drained of color. Her eyes fill with tears. Same thing. Interesting. Compose yourself, ma'am. I'll examine the scene. Solon tries to remain calm, to regain control, but when his gaze meets Belladonna's, something flickers in his expression, a crack in his composure. This is a simple accident. There's something else entirely, something monstrous. And the killer is one of us. Reavers emerges, lured by the noise. His eyes gleam with curiosity, not fear. He surveys the scattered remains, slowly smiling. Oh my, what a deliciously gruesome scene. Didn't think Miss Belladonna would exit the stage so soon, but I must say, this twist is incredible. There's a murder among us. I can't believe this. There's something just happened here. We must remain calm. The Lord is watching over us. So the game finally ramps up in difficulty. How thrilling. In times like these, you best choose your companions wisely. Cold logic will serve you better than fear. Something wet soaks into the floor beneath my feet. I realize my gaze has drifted back toward what used to be Belladonna. I look away, nausea rising in my throat. My heart won't stop pounding, steadying my breath. Miss Callie, it's dangerous to be alone right now. Let me come with you. We might have missed something. Maybe there's some clue, like a broken window or markings around the doorframe. So you think so too? You believe none of us could have done this? Something else came in here. Or maybe it was already here, in this mansion, long before us. Let's check together. We'll look carefully. Every doorframe, every window. We'll find proof. Alright, let's go together. But if something really did come in from outside, then maybe it's something we can't even understand. Maybe the door wasn't forced open. Maybe it opened on its own. You left the door open. But also, the reason why I decided to go with Callie is because Reavers, I can't trust him. Solon knows something, but also I can't trust him. I also can't trust the protagonist. The protagonist is unhinged. They play a role in this that we don't know. And that's why I can't trust the protagonist either. I'll stay here. If it left any trace, it might be in this scene. We must be careful. Whatever it is cunning, and I fear it's already watching us. Now that's an intriguing theory. This atmosphere calls for a stiff drink. Or was it water? Well, excuse me. Who knows? Something might whisper to me while I'm alone. Let's start on the first floor, carefully. So the sound of rain either indicates the restart of a checkpoint, or a checkpoint itself. We begin our sweep. The clocks have stopped. The shadows on the walls move like they're alive. Even the cracks in the wallpaper seem to watch us. There's no signs of forced entry, but I know something was there. Maybe it still is. We climb to the second floor. Every step on the staircase creaks like a sound. A sound like a warning. The hallway stretches unnaturally long. It doesn't feel like part of the house anymore. It's just darkness now, and cold, and dread. We find nothing. Eventually, we return to the first floor to breathe. But why is it so quiet? Like there's no one here except us. Wait, we're Solon and Reavers. You are different from them, right? Miss Kelly, what are you talking about? You've always been strange, so strange. That smile wasn't human. I saw it when you came down the stairs. I saw a reflection in the window, but no one else noticed because you were too perfect, too natural. You belonged here too well. Maybe it was you. Maybe you're the one behind all this. I'm gonna run away. Kelly's gone, not physically, but mentally. What's written on her face now isn't sadness, isn't fear. It's a it's a smile. Wide, wrong, horrifying, a grotesque grin that has nothing human left in it. I know I can't reason with her, so I turn and run straight for the front door. But it won't budge. The lock won't turn. My shaking hands round the handle. I kick at the wood. Nothing. The door doesn't move. It's like the mansion itself is holding me here, refusing to let me leave. No, I have to get out. Please, just open. Where are you? Come back. You can't run from this. She's chasing me. There's no time left. I spin around and bolt upstairs. The guest room. It's the only place I can hide. As I take the steps 2 at a time. Screams. Not just any screams. They sound like someone being ripped apart while still being alive. It's agony and terror and something else. Something inhumane. Feral. Not inhumane, inhuman. It's a scream that doesn't belong to any animal or person. It sinks into your bones. It changes the air. What is that sound? But there's no turning back now. I dive into the room and slam the door shut behind me. Throw the lock. I lean against the door. lungs burning, heart ready to split open, and then something cold trickles down my spine. No, not just cold. Something is right behind me. Oh, something is behind me. Right behind me. I squeeze my eyes shut. Try to breathe. 1 second. 2. I open my eyes. What is this? Oh. What's happening to me? The room is no longer a room. It's the inside of something. The wallpaper hangs like torn flesh. From it, wet, red organs slither out in long, glistening strands. The floor is glittered in meaty clumps, sticking to my feet. Above me, the ceiling pulses. Long ropes of intestine dangle and writhe, dripping foot-thick fluids. The walls, they're breathing. Heavy, wet, pulsing. This sort of setting sort of reminds me of Sana no Uta, Song of Sana, Saya no Uta. Yeah, that's it. Where everything's fleshy and gross and disgusting. So it does remind me of that. Interesting. Oh, okay. The air is a choking stew of blood, rotten living flesh. The stench claws at my throat. I want to scream, but nothing comes out. Anywhere, I just need to run, now! My body stumbles and nearly falls, but I catch myself. I hurl the door open and flee into the hallway. The darkness is absolute. The floor squelches under my feet, soaked in blood. Every breath, every footstep is swallowed whole. At the end of the hall, it's there. Oh. It crawls from the shadows. Something massive. Something human. Not anything that shouldn't exist. Run, it'll devour me. Look at the hands. Are these eyes? They're like saluting. I tear in the opposite direction, but the hall, it ends in the wall. No, this wasn't here. It wasn't. Something slick coils around my wrist. Wet, alive. It clings like breath, melting into my skin. It hurts. And then it opens its mouth slowly from the shadows, revealing teeth, split lips, torn from corner to corner, dozens, hundreds, teeth. Nothing else, no sound. Just a maw waiting to eat. My scream gets caught in my throat, torn in half. Bones shattering, flesh ripping, blood fills my mouth. Help me. No, please stop. At least I understand. Oh wait, at last I understand that I can never escape this pain. Not ever. I open my eyes. It's going to start again. Wow. That's insane. Really? Oh wow, what a story. What a story. I know people are like, visual novels are like, you're just reading with extra steps, but I'm fine with that. I like my visual novels. I grew up with Japanese visual novels. I'm used to this, and man, wow, I'm intrigued. I'm very much so intrigued. Interesting. Very, very interesting. This is just chapter 1. This is 2 hours of a friggin' visual novel. That's just chapter 1. I'm very, very intrigued. Very intrigued. That's cool. It's really cool. So, all the characters are not trustworthy. I'm not going to trust my main character either. There's something about him that's not. I say him because I'm a guy, but from what it sounds like, it's more like a them/they situation where you can sort of project yourself onto the main character because the main character never actually gets a name as well. So that's interesting. It's very, very interesting. So most of it was already. So most of my notes were actually most of my notes were actually in relation to what's it called? Most of my notes were in relation to the time loop, but there's something else. Notice the way that each character dies. I mean, I didn't see Callie die. From what I understand, Callie should have a death scene as well, but I just didn't get it until, because I think you're just supposed to hit like five deaths, 5 loops, for the game to continue on. But there's something about this. Each character dies a different way, right? Each character dies a different way. It's not one monster. Maybe it is, but it might not be a monster in general. Oh, actually, it might be a monster. But it feels like from the theme of this, like sin seems to be a pretty big theme in this game, or maybe sin, maybe something along the lines of like burden and all that stuff. There seems to be a lot of biblical themes as well. Solon himself goes with the Lord, and there's also the Last Supper there, which is interesting. And they're in a time loop. So right now, I think my theory is that they're actually being punished right now. Our main character, whether or not they did something wrong, but this might be an instance where our main character is choosing to punish themselves, right? Just because of their own trauma, and they're still getting consumed by that trauma, so they're punishing themselves by reliving through that trauma every single time. Whereas with some of these other characters, they're not necessarily punishing themselves. Some other force is punishing them, right? Because again, like Callie's wording is, it's strange meeting someone like you in a place like this. This is clearly a repeating loop that occurs and that the characters have to constantly die. And from the wording of Callie, it sounds like we're not supposed to belong here. So this is a sort of limbo, a sort of hell where the characters die, and I'll get to the way that they actually die. But it repeats, and they're supposed to die, like they're suffering for their sins and whatnot. What was it? I kind of lost my train of thought. So they're repeating and they're dying, and sounds like we're not supposed to belong here. So clearly this is a self-imposed hell to some degree, right? Yeah. Because such wounds often make us hurt others without realizing it, or our own trauma has accidentally hurt others and we're being punished for that as well, right? And Reavers also says, but sometimes without knowing it, we walk into someone else's story. So maybe accidentally we hurt one of these people without even realizing it, and that's why we're being punished as part of the same group. Now, as for their deaths, it goes with their profession. It goes with maybe something that they fear or something like that. So their deaths seem to be related to themselves, right? Obviously, for Reavers' death, it's expenses and income, right? So clearly that's related to his job as an accountant. So it might be related. Oh, actually, it might be related to the sins that they're trying to sort of avoid. It might be related to the source of their sins, or whatever that they're trying to redeem themselves for, let's just say, or whatever their source of their sins are. So for Reavers, it might be his accounting job that caused like something to happen, and then that's why he's being punished for it, and that's why he has the tag there, right? That says income and income and expenses, right? For Solon, he's getting eaten alive by insects. He's sort of decaying. He's being a feast for critters, for insects and all that stuff. So he decays away. He gets eaten, sort of like that. Belladonna sort of just shatters, I guess, ripped to shreds. Which I'm not exactly sure what her sin in this. I guess it's her sharp personality, her glare. She has a knife, so clearly maybe she gets like so her sharp personality is like a reflection of cutting through people or something like that. I don't know. That might be a bit of a reach, but we don't really know enough about Belladonna right now. She's a secretary, so I don't know how that would relate to her getting sliced apart. So that's why I'm relating to her personality. And then our main character. Our main character feels like something is constantly watching him. Again, I'm saying him because I'm a guy, but it feels like something is constantly watching him, and then he keeps getting devoured by something, right? Like a maw. And then he feels trapped at the end of a hallway, and then that creature just corners him and then eats him. That might be a representation of his own trauma. Again, he feels like he has nowhere else to go, and then that trauma just consumes him over and over and over again. So each of these characters die from the way that they're the source of their sins, I guess. So it feels like that, which is interesting. Very interesting. Because I think that's the only way to sort of explain like the time loop. They're sort of being punished for it, and then everything, all the food is all like meaty. It's all rotten. It's all blood. It's all wrong, right? So that explains it. Unless, okay, this might be a bit spoilery because in the Steam page of in the Steam page of this game, there's actually a photo of how Callie actually dies. And so if you're a bit squeamish, I would tend to avoid it, but okay, 3, 2, 1, and I'll say it now. So it shows her head on a platter on the dining table while her body's off to the side, decapitated. Concerning how all of the food is meaty and bloody and rotten, she might have killed someone and erased the evidence by serving up the body. That might be why the food tastes weird, and also explains the quote-unquote source of her sin through her death. It could be her husband. She could have killed him or something like that. So yeah. So all of these characters die from their reason for being trapped in this loop. Or at least that's what I'm believing it to be. So this is a sort of repeating hell where they have to repeat their sins, basically. Or their sins are inflicted upon them. At least that's the running theory I'm going with. I don't know how close I am to the answer, or at least how close I am partially to the answer. Um, but yeah, I think that about does it for the demo of Accidentally. There was a lot to unpack here, honestly. This was a really well written game. So I'm really excited for the full release of this. I don't know if I'm gonna like fully play the full game because I might like spoil things or something like that if you do plan on playing it. And also, just the intro alone, chapter 1 alone, is like 2 hours long. So I'm gonna need to do a lot of reading. It's gonna be a lot of reading. But apparently there will be multiple endings, so I guess I can play through one ending, all that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a blast once the game fully releases. So I'm quite excited for it. But yeah, if you guys want to, well, play the demo for yourself and discover other dialogue options that maybe I missed, then make sure to download the demo on either itch.io or on Steam. And if this game did indeed pique your interest and you do want to discover the full story, make sure to wishlist the game because I'm sure it helps out the devs a lot. And so yeah, hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening depending on when and where you are, and see you guys next time. Bye bye, see you, and take care. Bye.